I've made over $100,000 my very first year in crypto, and these are one of the biggest mistakes that I see a lot of beginners make, and even some of the 29,000 people that follow me on my social media. One of the most common questions I always get is, how much leverage should I use as a beginner trader? And the answer is going to surprise you. And I'll give you a simple example so you can really grasp this. Have you ever seen on the news where it says some guy won $10 million, $20 million, $50 million, and they quit their 9 to 5 and they start traveling the world, they buy a mansion, they buy this car, and they're living their best life. And then you hear after a certain amount of time that person ended up going back to their 9 to 5. What in the world happened? Well, that's because just because that person got a buttload of money, it doesn't mean that they actually learned the fundamental principle of how to manage money and how to scale their money. And that's the exact same thing when it comes to leverage trading. Just because you have X amount of dollars, it doesn't mean you know how to trade and you know how to invest. Now, there is a right way of doing it. The way you have to view it is, imagine there's two individuals. This individual has $1 million to allocate towards the crypto market. This individual only has $1,000. Just because you have $1 million, it doesn't mean you know when's a good time to buy, when's a good time to take exit, because you haven't learned that skill. So this person that's only starting off with $1,000, guess what's gonna happen? They know risk management, they know split entrance, they know when to dollar cost average, they know when to take profit, they know when to be patient and wait before buying in. And the person that started with $1 million is gonna end up turning that $1 million to $100,000, $10,000, and they're probably gonna end up losing it. And the individual that started with $1,000 can probably grow it to 2K, then 4K, then 8K, then 10K, then 50K, 100K. You get what I'm trying to say. So having money doesn't make you a better trader, but taking the time to learn how to trade, to invest, will get you to that profit level that you do want. And then when you actually do begin trading with leverage, don't go and start with 100x leverage. That makes no sense, because there is a huge difference between trading with $1,000 versus trading with $100,000. So when you do begin with leverage, I highly recommend that you start off with just 1x leverage, 1.5x leverage, 2x leverage to work your way up. You have that $1,000. Can you turn that $1,000 to $2,000? Can you turn that $1,000 to $4,000? Then to $8,000? Prove to yourself that you have the skills and capabilities to do it. Because if you jump too fast, then you're probably going to end up losing all your money. And one thing that I've seen between those that really crush it in crypto and those that struggle is that the ones that really crush it in crypto, they're so dedicated on just making the best investment, on making the best trade. Because when you chase the craft by default, because you're making the best trade, the best investment, you will end up having money. But if you're just chasing money, 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 then you start making dumb investment, you start making dumb trades, which means you end up losing money. Now, I'm not calling you dumb, don't get offended, but I am saying if you strive to just improve, by default, money will always come. But if you just chase money, bad trades will come, which equals to losing money. When you're either trading with 10x leverage or 25x leverage or 50x leverage or 100x leverage, the exchanges can see if there's more leverage wanting prices to go up or wanting prices to go down. They can even see exactly what price the crypto has to hit for you to lose your money. So think about it. If you put in $1,000 and you're trading with 100x leverage, do you think that exchange really wants to pay you out all of that profit? Well, they don't want to lose that money. And that's why sometimes you'll see people scream manipulation, where they're pushing prices up or they're pushing prices down so that you could get liquidated to lose your capital. Which goes back to my previous point. That's all you have to focus on, just making the best trade, making the best investment, so then you can avoid doing foolish trades, foolish investments that then causes you to get liquidated and lose your money. So the best way to start with leverage is just start off with a small amount, either 1x leverage, 1.5x leverage, and prove to yourself you can actually grow your capital before you start trading on extreme leverage. Another huge mistake that I see a lot of beginners make is that they embrace this mindset mindset that you hear from social media, as in never sell your crypto, hold your crypto for the long term. If you actually study the crypto market, you'll quickly see that there is over 25 million. And of all of these cryptos, do you know how many crypto projects continue to run up to new all-time high again and again and again? There are only 5 crypto projects that are worth holding for the long term that actually run up in profit again and again and again. So what I mean by holding for the long term, I'm talking about holding a crypto project for more than one full cycle, meaning you'll hold it through one whole bull market and bear market. If you study the crypto market, most of these cryptos will spike up, hit new all-time high during that year when they first launch. Okay, great, they first launch. But if you compare it to the next cycle, 99.99% of all of these cryptos never run back to their previous all-time high to surpass it, to break a new all-time high. So what that means is if you buy a crypto in the bull market and it goes into the bear market, 99% of the chance you're going to realize, oh my goodness, I'm not going to make back my money because it is not going to go back to the previous price that I bought it at. And most people, especially if they're new, they typically buy when prices are pumping, when prices are going up, when it actually should be the inverse, when you should be looking to buy when prices are going down on red days, when it hits that level of support. One simple rule that I live by is we buy when prices are red and we sell when prices are green. I know, simple, like duh, everyone knows that. But when you actually look at your investing and trading history, you'll see a lot of times people FOMO in and they buy when they get excited or when they see a crypto doing very well, believing and thinking, oh, I should buy right now, it is going to continue to do well. When the truth is, everyone that bought that crypto last week, last month, or 1 year ago, they're looking at their profit, they're like, look how much I've made, and they go to sell. And what happens is, because you bought when it's pumping or after it's pumped, when you have more people that are selling than people that are buying, what does that mean? The crypto drops and continues to get lower and lower and lower. And the 5 crypto projects as of today that continue to reach all-time high every single cycle is: number 1, Mama Bitcoin. Of course, shout out to Mama Bitcoin, which paves the way for all of our other cryptos. Crypto project number 2 is Ethereum. Now, Ethereum barely hit a new all-time high this cycle, but it still did hit a new all-time high and is still king of the alt season. Crypto number 3 is BNB. I don't know why so many people are hater on BNB. It is one of the largest crypto exchanges in the world, so you know it's not going anywhere anytime soon. And every single cycle, BNB hits a new all-time high. And the 4th crypto on that list that does it is baby girl Solana. Solana, that is a beast. It's full bar. Its first time it launched, it did over 100x, and even this bull run, it's already done over 30x. And the last crypto project that continuously hit all-time high every single cycle is Tron. And not a lot of people actually talk about Tron. So if you're gonna buy a crypto and you're gonna hold it for the long term, make sure you actually go on these websites and you see the historical performance of that crypto to see if every single cycle it runs to a new all-time high, or else you might buy it and find out that the longer you hold it, you actually end up losing more money. How do you make the most amount of money in crypto? I get that question a lot. If you're investing and trading crypto and you realize you haven't made your first $10,000 in profit yet, it means that there's a knowledge gap. If you're looking at your portfolio and you're asking yourself, what the heck is happening? If you find yourself that every time you're buying the crypto, prices are crashing, and then every time you sell the crypto, it ends up pumping afterwards, or you don't even know exactly what crypto to buy, you don't know when to sell, you're listening to people on social media, but it's still not getting you the result that you want, then check the link in the bio for the free crypto class that I'm having, where I'm sharing the crypto strategies and techniques that allowed me to crush it in crypto and achieve my goals. By a lot of my friends on social media. Low key, I like saying friends. It kind of makes the dynamic a lot more better than saying like followers or subscribers. Okay, back to the answer. You have to take your crypto and you have to split it into 2. This one is what I call long money, meaning it's the crypto project that I want to hold for the long term. And this is what I call short money, which is the crypto project that I'm only going to hold for one cycle. I just explained how there's certain crypto projects that every single cycle they run higher and higher and higher. And then there's other crypto projects where you buy them, they pump for one cycle and then they crash and they typically never run back up. So when you have crypto projects like Bitcoin or Ethereum or Solana or BNB, that you've bought in the bear market, those are crypto projects that you can hold for a really long time, because every single cycle, when the bear market does come, guess what happens? They still won't go back to the original price that they were once at when they first started, when they just launched. Even during the bear market, when prices ends up crashing all the way down. And then there's other crypto projects which will continue to go lower. And those are the crypto projects that you hold just for a season, just for that one cycle. You buy it, you achieve your goal, which is making that first 10K, 50K, 100K, $1 million. I don't know what your goal is, but once you hit that goal, you gotta sell it, you gotta let it go, because most likely it is going to crash, and it probably is going to go significantly lower than the price that you originally bought it at. If you find my crypto tips helpful, make sure you hit the subscribe button, because my goal is to share tips to get your crypto wallet big and juicy.